Shalom.
We're the Hebrew Israelites from the Camp GMS Cleveland. Before we get started, we'll give all Kadash, the apostle elders, a great millstone who well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preach the truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. This is another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson be edifying to the hopeful elect. You know, the name of this lesson is What is Love? You know, and we about to just answer the question and give it to you through the scriptures, man. Because love is a it's an action word. It's not that feeling, you know, like you get like a female, a woman will always say, yeah, love, you know, it's the feeling inside. You know, that's not what love is, according to the scriptures, man. You know, well, you got it.
It
Hey, because
says,
Yahweh Shah said, well, if you love me, keep my commandments, meaning you're going to show the Lord that you love him by following his commandments. But yeah, you got it.
yep, this First John 5:3, and it reads, "For this is the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that we keep his commandments are not grievous."
So there we go. That's what that stuff is, man. If you keep the commandments, you know, the commandments that the Lord gave the children of Israel, you know, back in the wilderness. But you know, we're not under the law. We're under grace, and we can't keep the commandments perfectly in this society, in this flesh. But to the best of our ability, we can, and that's what every brother strive to do. That's why we do what we rehearsing the righteous acts, man. You know, but it said that the commandments are not grievous. You know, because the Lord is not an unjust power, man. You know, hey, the commandments is keeping the commandments is for our benefit. It's for our sakes, man. You know, because the Lord created the world for our sakes to be what? To be righteous. You know, to follow the right way. Because you already see the outcome when you don't keep the commandments. You stealing from your brother, you murdering your brother, you having sex with your brother's wife. You know, uh, it's all you know. You're yeah, say it. Yeah, saying was but that's why it's Matthew 22, but
Yeah.
that's why what, what was the last thing you said? Salakia was saying something about what was the last thing I was saying?
Like I was looking for the scripture.
All right, kind of, it's cool. Just put the scripture out.
Yeah. It say Matthew 22 and 36, and Master, which is the great commandment.
You know, um, but second, um, but second greatest commandment.
It says, and the second is like unto it, that thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
So there you go. It said that's the second greatest commandment is to love thy neighbor as thyself. So the first commandment is to put the Lord first, the Most High first, you know, and His Son Yahweh Shah. And the second greatest commandment is to love thy neighbor, meaning your brother, as yourself, man. You know, keep going.
It says, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
So there you go. Them two commandments hang on the other laws. If you follow those two, you're gonna naturally follow the other ones. So they all go tie together. You ain't gonna steal from your brother. You ain't gonna have sex with your brother's wife, you know, or murder your brother. You're not gonna do these things, you know, because the commandments is based off showing brotherly love. So it's based off showing, you know, that's how you're able to be at peace when you following after the laws, statutes, and commandments. How about Shem Shah? And you put the Lord first on top of that, so you win. You win right there. Hey, everything will work out in your favor that way, man. That's how the Lord's commandments is not grievous, man. You You know, but that's what love is. It's uh, keeping the commandments, man.
All right, so
Go ahead.
this Romans 13, to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law, right? It was commanded that we should love our brother, man, our neighbor, man. Okay, so you fulfilled the law, all right? It says, for this thou shalt not commit adultery, right? So if you keep this commandment, you're not going to be wicked in committing adultery, meaning twofold, you know, sleep with another man's wife and serving idols, man. It says, thou shalt not kill, right? You should not premeditate on trying to kill your brother, man. All right, that's wicked. It says to steal. Let's say, thou shalt not steal, right? We know that it's a law on that, not to take from your brother or not to take from anybody, man. Okay. It says, thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So, right, this is how you love your brother, man. Vice versa, man. If you do this, man, all right, the Lord is gonna, bless you in your going. So, but is all Israel gonna be able to obtain this and do this? No. Why? Because we are all under the curses, man. And Jake is hard-headed. He haven't repented. He out here loosely just living. So, the Lord is gonna, pretty much, judge this place Babylon the Great for it. Oh, it's a little bit more. It said 10, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law, right? In the NLT, it says love does no wrong to others. So, love fulfills the requirements of Yahweh's laws, right? So it's all about love, man. It's in your actions, are you weigh, man? Okay, and you're not, doing anything that's behind closed door where the Lord can't see you in your wickedness, because every thought, all right, everything that you say, the Lord have an account of that, man. He also have his angels around and his elect, all right, which is the prophets. Let's see. That's it. That was it.
So yeah, Lord, one, this was edifying. This was something just quick through the spirit. With that, we can close out, giving all praise and glory to
Yeah.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, the bonus to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom and Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom, Kwam Yasharala.